Maybe you've spent the better part of this week ripping out basement carpeting, tossing damaged couches, maybe even cutting away some drywall. Well, guess what? You might not be done with your cleanup efforts. Stephanie Quirk is live in Milwaukee tonight with a warning from the health department about mold. And Steph, you were in some basements today where mold has already formed.
Yeah, Ted, I was. And at this point, we still don't know the number of how many people were impacted by these floods. But what I do know is that the number of challenges for the people who were just keep piling up. If you walk down 44th Street just north of Hampton, you'll see debris upon debris piling up on sidewalks outside homes. But inside those homes,
so you smell that, right?
That's where you'll be hit with the real aftermath of these historic floods.
This is the damage that we had got because the water was up to the ceiling, of course.
Yeah. Like many of his neighbors since the floods, Jeffrey Carroll has just been focused on cleanup.
There was so much water coming in. We don't know where the water came from.
But in the Carroll's basement, something is growing, and that something, health officials say, can be just as dangerous as the floodwater itself.
So the most common thing we're going to see is mold, and that's going to be a big problem as we're moving forward.
County health experts say mold develops quickly in damp homes and can cause major health risks, especially to people who already have weakened immune systems.
The problem is that mold continues to grow, and so over the coming weeks, it starts exacerbating conditions.
Some tips include limiting time indoors and protecting yourself while cleaning.
You're wearing heavy gloves, waterproof boots, a mask if you're indoors when handling those debris.
As for Carroll,
I'm very concerned about the health because my family here, but also, I'm concerned about everything getting back to where it was.
He says it's simple. His neighbors need help, and they need it now.
The health is the main issue, but I don't know when nobody's coming out to help us out.
Some other tips to avoid mold exposure is to make sure there's ventilation in the house, as well as avoiding direct contact when you're cleaning. As for the Carrolls, they created a GoFundMe to help with cleanup and recovery efforts. We have that linked in this article on our website, fox6now.com. Reporting live in Milwaukee, Stephanie Quirk, FOX 6 News.
I think the question that a lot of us who have had damp basements this past week is, how do we know exactly if there's mold? You can't always see it.
Yeah, Ted, that's a really good question. The biggest thing would be that persistent musty odor that you smell. That's one way that you can tell there may be potential mold growing in the basement, as well as just if you have any health issues, if those persist down the line, like asthma and things like that, or if you see green, yellow, or brown spots growing in any of those damp areas. Those are the biggest warning signs.
And that's when you need to call in the experts. All right, Stephanie Quirk reporting live for us tonight. Thank you.